Talking about? What you mean the ops is rich? Hey, what?
That's the streets calling.
How much money that I got, bro? It's quarantine right now. No, they ain't making no. They ain't do no shows, so they ain't making no money. Yeah, but what about the money they signed for? Oh.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Bassey, Akwa. When Fivio Foreign responds to Coast to Coast dissing Pop Smoke on Hitlist, you know what I'm saying? And Fivio Foreign was holding up the money phone. You know, the money phone was founded by one of the greats such as Johnny Manziel, you know, one of the great party kings, you know, one of the greats of many things, actually. Football as well was one of the many things he was great at, you know. But you know, I was watching this, and I'm definitely very happy for Fivio Foreign. You know, he's got this big song with Drake coming up and everything. He's got Big Drip popping. You know, when I was looking at him, he was at the point to where he was so drunk that like you have one of them blinks where you like pause and you twitch, and like I was like, damn, you know what I mean, he's really drunk. You know what I mean, like that's like the look you got when you know what I mean, you whacking off to some Tiana Trump and you about to pause, get there, and you just like, oh man, like you just had to turn it real quick because she was just going too crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But watching Fivio Foreign respond to this, you know, I was definitely surprised. You know what I mean? Because if you know about the New York City drill rap scene, you know what I mean, whatever it is emerging to what into whatever it's becoming, into whatever it is now. You know what I mean? Dudes are quote unquote beefing about different stuff. You know what I mean? This is quarantine time too, so dudes are beefing about different stuff. You know what I mean? Back in the days, dudes used to beef over, you know what I mean, whose baby moms was the ugliest, whose, you know what I mean, whose trees came over one night because they had the most weed, you know what I mean, who did the most drills. Now dudes are arguing about, you know what I mean, dudes are beefing over who, like, publishing, and like dudes are beefing over who should have signed for what type of money. And you know what I mean, that's a huge step. You know what I mean, because there was a certain point in New York City drill rap where I was like, damn man, like are dudes ever gonna get past the stage of beefing, you know what I'm saying? Like talking smack at the chicken spot, or dudes ever gonna get past, you know what I mean, talking outside the you know what I mean, outside the store. And they definitely had, you know what I mean. And once, you know what I mean, once we got dudes like, you know, Tutu got signed, and certain things happened, Chef G got signed and certain things, I don't know the situation personally, you know. Then we had Pop come out and be like the front runner for the movement and everything. That was like, you know what I mean? It was definitely, for me, it's just definitely a big step. But then once you really break it down, once we really, you know, once we really look at what's really going on here with this whole thing, you know what I mean? This, Fivio Foreign said that the ops, and he's talking about two G's, the Boogies, pretty much saying that they're dumb because they signed a deal instead of, no, he's pretty much saying they're dumb for not taking the big deal money in reverse to just signing a good deal that's just beneficial for their career. I mean, and just with that statement alone, you should probably know what you possibly should do if you're an up and coming artist and you come into that situation. But at the end of the day, like I think I said this on the video before that I did on Coast to Coast dissing Fivio Foreign and Pop Smoke on Hitlist. You can go check that out. You know, it's kind of the same situation. It's like at the end of the day, we could look at LeBron James and be like, yo man, you play basketball, you could be LeBron James. You play basketball, you know what I mean? You might be a Michael Jordan. You play basketball, you might be a Zion. But at the end of the day, man, you're only you. You know what I mean? 50 Cent once said, me, I'm no mobster, me, I'm no hitman, me, I'm no gangster, me, I'm just me. So at the end of the day, you don't really want to try to be somebody else, you know what I mean? And so when Fivio Foreign gives out this type of information, he doesn't know he's got a bunch of kids that's looking at, if they ever once get in that type of situation with music or anything, they're gonna try to take the big lump sum money instead of trying to work out the intricate details of their actual deal. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of outrageous to me. You know what I mean? But when you look at Fivio Foreign, this is like, come on, bro. You're a dude. You have one of the biggest records in New York City in a while, in a long time actually. You know what I mean? And this is me not counting Pop Smoke's whole entire wave. He had like his own wave and everything. You're about to have a song with Drake that's about to drop, that's about to do numbers. It's about to be the one of the most popping things out here, period. You know what I mean? Next to the the Tootsie Slide. So it's like, how are you comparing yourself? You shouldn't really be comparing your situation to a lot of people's situation, because you have one of the best case scenario situations. That's like Black Boy JB doing a song with Drake, and then while he's doing a song with Drake, he's acting like, yo man, they not messing with me. What? They not messing with me. What? You know what I mean? You had that song with Drake, and I'm not talking about him now. I'm talking about, if he would have dropped that song, and while it was like in the first 2 3 months, like first couple months of him dropping that song, he started popping it like, yo, man, they not messing with me. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So just looking at this situation, you know what I mean? And it definitely made me wonder who else was he talking about? Because there's probably other dudes in the Blicky side that probably signed deals as well. I know Tutu signed his deal with well, actually I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I know he signed to Atlantic Records. He signed with Kodak Black and Sniper Gang. But at the end of the day, this is definitely, to me, is definitely a very misleading message, because at the end of the day, when we look at somebody like a Fivio Foreign's rise and everything, if you want to compare a Fivio Foreign to some kid from like some random town on the West Coast, you know what I'm saying? They're probably watching Favi because he doesn't realize you're getting more popular. Like, not all of your fans are kids just from New York City at this point. You know what I mean? So you're doing your song, you want to compare a Favi to someone like on like somewhere like a town on the West Coast. I mean, that's not LA, right? You know what I mean? And you say that, and they look at that situation like, you know what, I'm gonna just take the big money. But little do they know, you got a whole, you got like the whole New York City behind you doing your thing. I mean, and that's for a lot of, for the most part, a lot of rappers in New York City. If people are really messing with you, you're gonna get that real New York push. Like, people are gonna rock with you, because at the end of the day, this is a place where people want to just see that culture rise. People, it's low key like it's like a sports team type of thing. People just want that culture. You know what I mean? Without even, sometimes people would do it just for free, just like, yo, New York City's back. It gives people that old feeling about, you know, like the golden age. And at the end of the day, this is like this is like the nucleus for rap. You know what I mean? Rap started here. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, people are really in love with that type of thing. But if you compare that to somebody from a town, like, you know what I mean? From a town to where they only got like 20,000 people. You know what I mean? They don't even play rap in that town. It's only AM radio. Go and tell that to them, and see how they react to it. They'll probably be like, yeah, you know what I mean? And then they walk outside and they see cows and stuff like that. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, man, this man Favi, man. Like, damn, you know what I mean? So I definitely think the message he's putting out was definitely very misleading. At the end of the day, I heard he signed a deal for over 700,000. You know what I mean? With with Columbia Records. At the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know the intricate details of his deal. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, if Big Drip didn't work, Big Drip is working out. I mean, Big Drip is working out, and once he drops the song with Drake, Big Drip is going to continue to pick up steam, because it's going to be like a pour over situation. The heat from Drake is going to pour over into his other big single. That's how it works as a streaming era. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I don't know, he might recoup. Like I said, I don't know how his situation works, but it's probably a better case scenario than it would be if that song didn't really take off, and you know, just things moving well for him right now. You know what I mean? So at the end of and he's not saying the bad side of taking that money. Like come on, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, the bad side of taking that money would be you taking that money and flopping, and then you being stuck on the label. That's just the reality of it, and we gotta really tell people the truth. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what I personally like about this quote unquote beef, this is business beef. This is corporate beef. At the end of the day, like I said before, Fivio isn't just a young dude. Fivio was like 29 years old. I mean, so his beefing is, you know what I mean? He's definitely more strategic about the way he beefs, about the way he's, probably about the way he speaks. Because in interviews, I don't see him talking too crazy. I mean, he was the Hot 97. He looked like a respectable young man. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this is just great to me, because, yo, man, if you really were watching the New York City like street rap scene, you would know, man. Like, some of this, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, man, like, to see dudes come this far to be not beef about spinning blocks, and they're beefing about, you know what I'm saying? They're beefing about, yo, who should have signed this amount of, who should have signed a deal for over 6 7 figures. I mean, imagine that. You go from talking about who should have spun the block 6 or 7 times to who should have signed a deal for 7 figures. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if I was because he's talking about Tutu. I mean, at the end of the day, if I was Tutu, I wouldn't feel, too mad about it. Continue to do you, because like I said before in the other video that I did, the other video I did before about Coast to Coast dissing Fivio Foreign and Pop Smoke on Hitlist. At the end of the day, not everybody's main focus is going to be making the biggest record ever. That's not going to be everybody's focus. There's something called market share, and whoever has the market share, whoever has the biggest market share in that arena, whoever has the biggest New York City record, that's who has the market share at the time. So you got to focus on doing what you got to do to make your bread. I mean, you're not just gonna try to get your money on one area, or some people say one block. You know what I mean? So, but let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Turn notification, like, subscribe. What do you think about this? How do you feel about Fivio Foreign responding to to 2 G's and Coach the Ghost? You know what I mean? How do you feel about him responding to the situation? Do you agree with him, or do you disagree with him in the situation? Do you think he should sign for more or less? Let me know in the comment section. Y'all turn notification, like, subscribe. Y'all holla.